Hey there, friends. Listen, if you have an interest in the real estate market, what's going on up to the minute in the Woodlands area, then I'm going to share that report with you. My name's Ken Brand. I'm the sales manager, managing broker for Better Homes and Gardens, Gary Green in the Woodlands. Been the manager here for 28 years. And so we know the Woodlands really well. I work with 23 all-in, all-pro agents. And so what I'm going to share with you is a little bit of statistical information, kind of tell you what's happening as we enter the spring-summer market, and then a little experiential sharing about what we're seeing and feeling and observing with our feet on the street, right? So the first thing I want to do is share this report with you. It might be a little hard to read. I'm going to put a copy of this in the comments below. But what we do is we track listings month by month, listing inventory. The importance of listing inventory is this: if you're a seller, the more inventory there is, the more competition there is for you. If you're a buyer, the more inventory there is, the more selection, the better the selection is for you. So what's going on in the market right now? Good news for sellers, medium news for buyers, right? So if we look at kind of what's going on here month by month, you can see the seasonality that listing inventory increases as we get into spring, summer, and then it starts to go down from there. Basically what we're seeing right now though is that listing inventory is about 30% less, 1/3 less than it was last year at this time. So for sellers, this is awesome, right? So you have 30% less competition than you did last year. For those of you thinking about putting your house on the market, this is a very good thing. If you're a buyer, still we've had inventory up into 1,000, 1,100, and then right after the recession when things were really booming, we saw inventory drop into the low 400s. So right now we're about 690. That's a very good selection. So not bad news, but if you're interested, you want to get something going on and kind of get into the marketplace. What we are seeing though, let's take a quick look at sales here. I'm going to flip this over. And so here's the chart for sales that we track month by month. And again, you can see the seasonality as we get in spring season, which we're in right now. It's going to go very well up and through the end of summer, and then things start to tail off there. So based on the velocity of sales that we have so far month to date, there should be about 221 sales. When you take 221 sales divided by the listing inventory, then sales will be up around 16% compared to where it was last year. So this is very good news. What we're seeing with our feet on the street, what the agents are reporting, great traffic at open houses. We are seeing multiple offers for well-positioned, well-priced, and properties that are in great condition, great location. So that's kind of ramping up. Competition is ramping up a little bit for buyers there, especially under 700,000. So we think we'll end up this month about 16% ahead of last year. Inventory is down about 30%. So those are the market conditions there. And then the last thing I want to share with you is kind of month supply of inventory. If I can find it here. There we go. So month supply of inventory, real estate economists say if there's 6 months supply of inventory, that's a balanced market between buyers and sellers. One of the things that you hear in the Woodlands is that there's less than 4 months of inventory. And this is true if you put together all price ranges, but what we do is we chart it every month by price range. And what we're looking at here is what you see in green is this is a seller's market. And below 700,000 now, if you're a buyer, you got to hustle. It's going to be a little competitive for you. If you're a seller, you're in great shape because we are seeing a seller's market there. Over 700,000, we're seeing a pickup in the high end. We're selling $1 million homes, $800,000 homes, $2 million homes are starting to come on the market. We're expecting some momentum from that, right? As people see what other people are doing, they feel like it's safer and away they go. So this is what's happening here. Overall, we think we're going to have a great summer for several reasons. One is mortgage rates are about 4.5, 4.6, scheduled to go up just a little bit. This is creating a little bit of urgency. Last year at this time, they were at 3.5. They've gone up 1% in the last year. So you want to get a hustle on if you're a buyer so that you're not paying 5% interest, right? So we see that happening. The economy's good. Oil is up, although the stock market's a little crazy, but people are feeling a little more confident. So we're seeing a lot more movement, getting a lot more phone calls. We're showing a lot of property. Our showings on our properties, we track those every day, over the weekend are the highest they've been really in probably 8 or 9 months since last year in the middle of summer. So that's kind of what's going on. I'm going to put a picture of this into the comment section. If there's anything we can do to help you, don't hesitate to call on me. Thanks a lot.